Are you walking and running more and you're finding that you're getting some knee pain? Due to your usual gym being shut down, you can't do your normal activities, your normal mobility. So we know, research tells us that a lot of knee pain is associated with two big things. Restriction within ankle and hip, which I'm going to show you now, and also the right muscles not firing. So in this video, make sure you watch until the end, because I'm going to show you how to address all of those issues from your home, okay? So let's start with ankle. Obviously we're a foot and ankle type of clinic, so we're going to start with that first. Then we're going to talk about how you can loosen up your hips, and then I'm also going to show you how you can switch on all the major muscles before you go for a walk or run. So make sure you watch all the way through. Really, really important at helping you avoid major injury with this. Okay? Any questions, we'd love to see the comments below. And also make sure you remember that to sign up to our newsletter at alternativeFootSolutions.com.au, where we do weekly videos on this stuff. So the first one is ankle mobility. Anyone who's been into our clinic has probably seen this, but basically you want to get a plank of wood or a curb of some description. Plank of wood from Bunnings definitely works, and put it on a step. So you need an incline of some description. The other thing is that if you have a steep driveway, that'll work just as well. But basically you're putting one foot here and the other foot here. And this works amazingly well. And so we're going to toe tap in front and behind us 10 times. The reason that we are doing this is because it actually loosens up the leg that's on the incline. It actually loosens that tissue up. It actually talks to L4, L5, S1, S2 from a neurological perspective and releases the whole side. So really, really, really effective exercise. I would do that 3 times each side before you go for a run. Now, hip mobility. So we know hip mobility is really, really important. If you've been sitting on the computer all day, you will tighten up in your hip flexors. You go for a run and you run in more of a flex position, which is just not good for your knees and can definitely contribute significantly to knee compensation and thus knee pain. So I've deliberately chosen something from around the office. So this is just a water bottle that we fill up our water cooler with. So the way that we do this is hold this behind us. Ideally you would use a kettlebell, but at the moment no one can get access to kettlebells, they're all sold out. And so you're taking the weight of this in the behind you, and what this is doing is it's loosening up these hip flexors really quite nicely. So if you feel unstable, stay there like that for a minute. And what you'll find is that this is like a weighted stretch. It's very neurological, but very, very, very effective. And then the way that we do this is that we're going 1, 2, so we're going to do that 5 times each side. Okay, I won't bore you with that. But so it's 5 times each side because that's going to loosen up your hips. Super, super, super important. Now, the third element is waking up the right muscles so that they protect your knee. So the way we do this is we come out. Now we're pushing our big toe into the ground, okay? Big toe into the ground. Try and keep your arch up. So that if you push your big toe into the ground, it turns on everything up to your from a neurological perspective, up to your belly button. And then, so we're coming out, we bend our knee, and then we put the other foot on a wall. So from a side-on view, come out, like that, okay? So front on again, we're coming out, push your big toe in, turn your abs on as you do this, bend your knee, and other foot on a wall. And we're like this, okay? So you just want to hold this position for 30 seconds to a minute. If you think this is a bit easy for you, you're not wobbling too much, most people will wobble quite significantly. The key things that are turning on here are your bottom muscles, because they will support your hips, and we know that your gluteals are very, very, very important in preventing knee pain. They help to turn on your VMO. You're also turning on your foot and ankle muscles. And the important thing here is it gives you a lot of stability when you stand and when you walk. It's very relevant to the way you stand and the way you walk. It replicates that motion. Super, super important. So what I would say is I'd be making sure that you take all of that into account. They'd be what I would be strongly recommending as a warm-up routine before you walk and before you run. Any questions, we'd love to hear them. Apparently Frank feels strongly about that. Or go to alternativeFootSolutions.com.au. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter where we've got weekly videos like this.